I think I'm going to read something that I wrote a while ago, but it has not come out yet. So here I'll be in with my collection of carnivorous plants and reading you a story called Traces of Indigo. Dew met Lucy in New York. Amid the clink of glass and the scents of liquors and human sweat, Lucy's voice filled the basement nightclub. She reminded Dew of Josephine in Paris during his time of tasting and learning celebrities. The very culture of fame was still a novelty then. He'd tired of it already. Josephine, had it been 8 decades? Almost 9. On certain nights at the club, Lucy sang the songs Dew had loved. Bye Bye Blackbird, La Vie en Rose. On other nights, Lucy took the pop songs of her own time and sang them the way Josephine would have. Jazz interpretations of synthetic digital anthems, canceling at a single blow all the cynicism and irony. How could Dew resist her? Their first night together kept to his familiar pattern. Drinks, sex, the barter of compliments. The indigo passed between them without Lucy noticing. The next morning, he woke in her bed to find her already feverish. Dew, I don't feel good at all. I think you should go. He examined this woman, her dark skin, the fever tinting her eyes a little blue outside the irises. Please let me stay, he coerced. I'd like to take care of you while you're ill. He liked her company. He didn't like many of them. She let him buy her groceries. He bought her juices and sweet ices, though he knew these would not cool her fever. When she let him bathe her, he explored her thoroughly, dragging one washcloth and then another along her folds and nooks. She scrutinized him as well, irritated by the fever. God, you're precise. It's like you've never seen a woman up close before. He smiled at the notion. Is that what it's like? The thoughts started coming then, soft, and he knew she had given in and the fever had broken. She asked him to step out while she took a proper shower. He pulled the stopper from the drain. Dew rarely wonders anymore whether he is something extraterrestrial or domestic, whether he is parahuman or something entirely other. Taxonomy is the snow obscuring the mountain. His understanding of himself is rooted in what he does, not what he is. What he does is observe. He is an autonomous sensory organ, a bundle of nervous tissue for the universe to better know itself. Dew has lived for centuries, and he may live forever. The past is one pool of time, all experience happening at once. It's distracting, and so he doesn't linger on it. He drowns out memory by binging on the thoughts of others. He can hear Lucy, can feel her sensations, though she asked him to leave after a week. She said it didn't feel right, and he read in her thoughts that she feared him. No bother. He can read her anytime he wants. Throughout the 20th century, he consumed films, but they always failed. Despite earnest efforts, films do not reveal what it means to be human. Not entirely. They reveal what humans wish it means. In Kyoto, he met Eri, an intense woman with a flair for nostalgia and glamour. She wore black and only black. To her, 40 years in the past could be nostalgia, the wishful romance of memories she was too young to have. She brought him new films every night, and he held her in the screen glow, the snow falling outside and erasing the world. Her enthusiasm nourished him through an unusually harsh winter. She rolled his name around at their first meeting. Du. That's a Chinese name. You don't look Chinese. How did you come to have a Chinese name? The bar was dim, but the polished cedar fixtures and surfaces spread the light glowing from behind the bottles. I'm not Chinese, he told her, trying a new liquor. They seem to get worse each decade. So what are you? Eri asked him. Humans ask the same questions, year after year. You're mixed, I assume. Mixed how? 1 part body, 5 parts mind. The rest is irrelevant. She gave him a playful frown. As they coupled the first time, as he gave her the indigo and made her his host, she talked. He hadn't known a talker like her like this in years. You're a tricky one, aren't you, Du? She said, riding him. You have an answer for every question. No one ever really gets to know you, do they? Du directed some of his neurons to the task of determining why some humans, regardless of nation or sex, say such things during intercourse. When they'd exhausted her library of films predating the 1960s, he asked for more science fiction. She showed him Barbarella and The Fifth Element. He showed her The Man Who Fell to Earth and Blade Runner, surprised that she enjoyed the latter much more than the former. I don't get Bowie, she said. Don't you like The Hunger? I like Deneuve in The Hunger. I like Deneuve in everything. Bowie tries too hard to be odd. From you, Eri, of all people, he retorted. Was that a joke? From of all people? I have a sense of humor, sweet Eri. I just don't use it often. Soon the winter receded, and so did He still tastes from Eri sometimes, watching new films through her eyes. Occasionally, he even agrees with her critiques. The meaning of human shifts like sand, but remains at bottom the same desert. They continue to invent new marvels. They punish and pleasure themselves in new ways. The opened body of the world continues fruiting. In Berlin, he found Felix, a feast of a man. Took reliable work as a tour guide and translator. Sex work made for quick cash, but it presented dangers, not the least of which was the danger of being detected as something other than human. Some differences are difficult to hide during intimate contact. Felix, however, wanted everything. He reminded a bit of Vikram, that curiosity and openness to all things. But while Vikram welcomed every simple pleasure, Felix hunted the exquisite. Rented a little room and invested in leather. He discovered Felix through Christoph, a host he encountered on his first night in Berlin. Christoph's eagerness made him easy to inhabit. Later that week, as he tasted the world through the newest host, experienced Felix for the first time. Could feel Christoph's immediate love for Felix. The shell of tattoos, the plug-stretched earlobes and nostrils, the solidness of his body against Christoph's, the full weight and heat of Felix's guts wrapped around him. Hadn't tasted this sort of lust for experience in years. He felt properly confused for the first time in ages. No, not just confused, alive. Felix lived as though his body were pure silver to be heated and beaten into dazzling new forms. Had to inhabit him. Took a few weeks to acclimate to Berlin and its promises. He channeled several old hosts just to pass the time. Rachel lay in hospice in Fort Lauderdale, her mind miserably intact as her body failed, wondering what came next. She didn't even think of not while he tuned in to her at least. He wished her an easy transference. Every host dies. The process ceased to intrigue him 1,000 years ago. Vikram raised his children with his wife in Varanasi and dreamed of cars and men. His life tasted of numbness and regrets. Unremarkable. De felt a brief nostalgia for Melanie, who'd moved to San Francisco to live in an artist commune during that curious revolution. Melanie and her friends took their drugs, doused themselves in glitter, and staged extravagant dream shows night after night. Many of that house died of the recent plague, Melanie among them. De felt her go. It took days. Felix dressed like a motorcyclist, but owned no vehicle. De would later read in his thoughts an embarrassment over having so little body hair to display. Felix wondered about a future in which body hair would be implanted. In the sticky, thudding music of the sex club, De articulated a body language of simultaneous invitation and command. He passed well enough for a native. He found Felix already on his knees, ready. The walls themselves sweated and gathered the molecules of musk and nitrates. De took Felix by the chin and led him into the dark room. I think I'll stop there.